Hello guys, welcome to HRL Season 5. It's going to be wildcard race number 1. We got Moto 2 though up here on screen. And again, I love how the field just naturally went into like a 5-5 split. That's so crazy. But anyways, going to get going with this race here in just a little bit. Gate's about to drop. There we go, we're green. And Roman again, that looked exactly the same as the last starts as we've seen the past 3 races. Just easy hole shot, and he's going to take that lead immediately. And it looks like also with the strong start, Camby and Vulcan also with strong starts, and they had pretty poor finishes in the first moto, so that's looking good for them to have a little bit of a stronger start. Vulcan though on top of Real Deal. What is happening? Real Deal's gonna go down now, or almost go down, just loses a bunch of time, and there's a huge pileup, and it looks like at the end of all that, Real Deal's gonna end up in 10th place. He's gonna get those spots back pretty quickly. He's gonna be in 8th now, but still, the fact that he's in last for a second on that first lap is huge, especially if we're still watching this 3rd place points battle. It's going to be a huge comeback for Real Deal to fight for this one back. I bet he's getting tired of having to fight back, but he's just going to have to keep going for it. I think that was Turkey Shot right there also going off the track. This is going to be a big comeback for him as well. So big test for both of those drivers. Roman holding on to the lead at the end of the first lap, and Camby's keeping up with him. Camby right in 2nd place, staying pretty close behind him and trying to actually get a good finish here in this moto. If Camby could get a podium in this moto, that could really redeem his poor first moto finish. I mean, who knows? He could even fight for like a top 3 overall if he can actually get a good finish in this moto. So Camby's just looking for redemption to get those points, and if he can get those juicy podium points, then he could possibly actually get back in that points fight for the people that he was trying to pass. So definitely, he's definitely hoping to keep up here and possibly even compete for that win if possible. Looks like we have Hunter in a 3rd place position again, so this is looking like, again, a really good Supercross night for Hunter. Very odd. He's usually tends to be weaker at the Supercrosses, but here at Unuwaka, he's looking good. He's looking strong. So good for him in that regard. And what happened here, I believe this is where Camby got, yep, there I'm back. So what happened there, I just want to say this because that wasn't an editing error. Wow. That wasn't an editing error. That was actually something that happened. That was a live lag spike while I was recording the film. So that must have happened to Camby as well. As far as I could tell, for people driving, I was the only person that also got affected by the lag spike, so we kept going. But yeah, you could see that was horrible. That paused my recording for like 10 seconds, 10 12 seconds. That was actually ridiculous. So huge lag spike, and that's going to be the end for Camby. Camby, there he goes, left the party. Very unfortunate. There goes Camby, and he's gone. Xbox hits him with the cheese, and he's just going to have to come back for the next wildcard race and see what he can do there, which, who knows? Who knows? It's very tough with him with this situation, and we learned after this that for the GP we're gonna give him a little break to restart his Xbox in between motos, so that way he shouldn't lag out. So the bright side of him lagging out is that it paves the way for potentially a better GP performance. The negative is that he was having an amazing race at that point in this Supercross. And it could have been like a podium or possibly even a win for him, but now that chance is completely gone. So Xbox, man, sucks. Sucks when you get hit with the Xbox cheese. Meanwhile, though, Real Deal has already done an amazing job of coming back. I figured he wouldn't be this close until like the 5-minute point, but he is like right there battling for podium spots potentially. And we're not even at the 5-minute halfway mark of the moto yet. So this is already a really good comeback story for Real Deal if he can actually stick it. Last time he wasn't able to stick it. There were a few mistakes in there. There was one really huge one where he flew off a berm, and that just kind of screwed it for him. And even then, he was almost able to compete for podium in the end. This one, he's actually, off the track right there for Blake. This one, he's actually getting into it really early, which is good. Vulcan flying out. Whoa! That's going to screw up Blake. Wow, huge pile up in the sand section. That's going to really screw up Vulcan and Blake. But yeah, this is big for Real Deal fighting for that 3rd place points position again. If he can actually get up there this fast, and he is in podium position right now, and he's close to 2nd place, and Real Deal, oh man, pops a double barrel roll, goes down, and that sucks. He's still going to be in podium position, so that's good. This is already going to be a better race for him. But if he didn't make that mistake right there, I mean, look at how close Hunter is to Roman. This could have been like a possible lead battle which would be huge for that points position, but going down right there absolutely sucks. You know, it's basically him just trying to fight to catch back up to second place at this point. I don't know if he's going to be able to compete for the win, but at least he's in podium position. When it comes to other people on the track, we got Vulcan and Blake, who's had like a rivalry going on in this event, and that's still going. Vulcan goes down right there off the hands of Blake. Wasn't intentional. It was just a freaking crash. What was that? Justice. Oh man, this sucks for Justice. It's definitely a rough Moto 2 for him after that amazing Moto 1 performance, but this Moto 2 has just been downhill for Justice, and that awesome looking crash is just going to put a little stamp on it. Like, yeah, this is not going to be a good Moto for him. So, you know, if you're Justice, like, whatever. You had a good Moto 1. Just try to scrap as many positions as possible here at the end of Moto 2 and just, you know, forget about it, essentially. Like, this is still a good... I would still say this is an inspirational, I guess, almost motivational night for him to have that really solid Moto 1. Because I remember Gridiron, his Moto 1 wasn't that great. It was all about Moto 2. So, you know, this is just another instance of him having a really good race. What he needs to do to really solidify himself is to have like a night where he has a solid night, like a top 3 overall, like a good 2 motos, good heat, good qualifying, stuff like that. He needs to have a solid night in order to completely finalize that he's a good driver. So just needs to keep working at it, and he'll eventually get there. Hunter, meanwhile, making mistakes. Real Deal's close to him now, so we could see a good battle for second place. Roman with the sweep watch as well, with a big lead, so watch out for that. Could have a sweep alert here at Unuwaka. 3 minutes left, getting into the nitty-gritty of this moto. Not that much time left, and you know Real Deal's definitely going to fight hard with Hunter for the second place spot, because who knows, that could be the difference maker in him and his points battle with Fireball. So this could be the difference maker between those two. They need to, Real Deal in particular needs to fight for this position super hard. Hunter, on the other hand, he can gain a lot of points through this wildcard night, but the only person he could pass is Slaunch, and I don't think that he can pass him. He would have to have like literally a quad sweep, so it's already out the window. So Real Deal has a lot to fight for right now. Hunter is just trying to have the best points position as possible, which still motivation enough as well. So we're going to see a really good battle there for second place. I think those guys are going to go hard at it. Neither of them are going to let that go easy. It's not like Hunter's going to go, oh yeah, I'm just racing for whatever, I'm racing for fun. Go ahead, go by, you can make that battle interesting. You know, Hunter actually wants these points too, so he's going to make it interesting. But they both go down on the edge of that triple, and that's going to hurt Real Deal way more than it did Hunter. But I mean, it's kind of close to the same gap. After Hunter runs that sand section kind of slow, it's pretty close. And Hunter goes down again, and Real Deal screws up again at the same time as Hunter. That is incredible. But this time, it's going to work out in Real Deal's favor. He's going to get by Hunter, take that second place position. This is looking unfortunate for Hunter. He's fallen back to fourth place. And Vulcan actually that is Vulcan in podium position, so looking good for Vulcan to actually have a redeemable night here if Vulcan can get that podium spot, which I'm excited for, because if he gets that podium spot, then I would say yes, this is definitely like a redeemed night for Vulcan. It was looking like a rough night, but if he gets that podium spot, then yes, Vulcan's redeemed. That was a good night for him. So I want to see him fight super hard for that third place spot, try to take it. Because Hunter, regardless, as long as Hunter doesn't screw up even more right now, this is a really good eye-opening night for him on a Supercross. 1 minute left, not that much time left. Hunter making another little mistake, so Vulcan's just got to run clean at this point, and he can hold on to that podium, because Hunter has been making tons of mistakes in second moto, way more than Moto 1, especially towards the end here, so Vulcan's just going to have to stay clean, and he'll be fine. Uncle Blake going down right in front of Opix. It's going to give Opix that position, and there's Justice, and Justice is right there. Could he actually fight for a couple end positions? Real Deal goes down on the final jump, as does Vulcan, and that's going to slow them both down, and Hunter's going to be pretty close, possibly back in that fight yet again. Man, second moto is full of mistakes. It's not like first moto where the person that makes a mistake falls way back. Everybody's making mistakes, so nobody's really falling way back. They're all kind of staying close to each other because everybody keeps screwing up. And it just never ends. Like, they literally, I wouldn't be surprised if we see a couple more crucial mistakes from these top guys by the end of this race, because this is absolutely insane. And the sweep watch for Roman is looking pretty solidified at the moment. He would have to have the biggest choke of all time to not get this sweep. So, whereas everybody else literally has just been choking this entire 2 motos. It's just been a choke fest from what I can see, which is kind of what you expect at a wildcard race, I guess. probably helps Roman that he doesn't really have anything to compete for except for getting extra points, because he's like he's gonna, he could not race the wild card and finish second. That's the position he's in. He's gonna finish second no matter how well he does, no matter how bad he does, no matter if he does at all, if he even shows up. So I guess that kind of helps him with his performance, is that there's literally nothing on the line for him except for just his performance in this race. Whereas these other people, they're competing in this race and they have ulterior goals and motives that are on the line and are going to be on the line throughout this race and potentially the next one as well. Makes it a little bit tougher for them to actually complete those goals and do well in this race when they have that bigger picture in the back of their mind. 2 laps to go, not that much time left. We have great battles all over the track. We have like a nice top 3 to, or 2nd to 4th place battle. And then we have this back battle. Justice making the mistake. He's going to lose this spot. Justice did a great job of recovering this race and possibly getting 2 of those spots back, but now he's going to lose them again, so that's just unfortunate. Like I said, wildcard night, man, so far it's just been a choke fest. I wonder if that's going to continue in the next race. Going through the motions here. We're going to hit white flag soon. Roman's getting close to it, but the rest of these drivers, they got quite a bit of time before they hit it. Should be an exciting finale, because with the way this race has gone, it's been a choke fest. I feel like that's going to continue. I feel like somebody is going to screw up before this is over. We'll have to wait and see. Who knows? Maybe it's going to be a boring finish. I don't know. But just the way this race has gone, I feel like it makes sense for somebody somewhere in the field, maybe even 2 people, to screw up on the final lap. Which, by the way, we are here. Final lap. Roman going to try to complete the sweep, as we have the rest of these drivers still with those points, goals in mind. Real Deal getting a little loose. Like I said, it's already possibly looking like we could see some mistakes. Real Deal getting really loose right there. Hunter, and Vulcan, what happened to Vulcan? He got so loose. How did that happen? Vulcan gets insanely loose and is going to lose 3rd place position to Hunter right there on the final jump. So now Vulcan just has this final lap to catch back up to Hunter and take that spot back. Is he going to be able to? He's pretty close. If he doesn't make any mistakes and he just runs a perfect lap, he might be able to take it back. He's right there. He's right on Hunter's bumper. Vulcan just needs to run this perfect. Again, like I said, right there. What's he going to do in the sand section? They run pretty similar lines. They both screw up. Hunter screws up right in front of Vulcan, and that slows him down. And Vulcan's still right there, though. He's still right there. Roman takes the sweep, by the way, as this battle's going on. And you know Vulcan's going to try to slam the inside or something here. He tries to do it right there, gets a little bit of a tire. He's probably going to go for a crossover, but I think slows down a little too much, gets really loose, and that's just, something that comes with experience. Hunter's going to hold on to the podium, and Vulcan, with a very valiant effort, is going to take that 4th place spot. Rounding out the top 5, going to be Opex, actually, rounding out the top 5, so good for him. There we have the finish. Going to have the results, the overall results as well on screen. Wow, crazy start to wildcard night. Very interesting. Would not have predicted Hunter to finish 2nd overall at the beginning of this night on the Supercross. So I think this GP, I'm really looking forward to it, because so far the wildcard night is subverting our expectations. I hope that the GP continues that trend and things just keep going differently than we expect. So if that's the case, then it'll be a very, very interesting wildcard night. Hope you guys enjoyed that. Look forward to wildcard 2 coming tomorrow.